Now for this recipe, you're going to need 5 ingredients. The first thing you're going to need is some bread. To go along with that, you're going to need some mayo, some smoked salmon, some tomatoes, and some romaine lettuce. So you can use any kind of lettuce, but I prefer romaine. I just really like the way it tastes with all the rest of the ingredients, but you can really use anything you have around the house. As far as mayo goes, I really like Best Foods, but again, if you have something else around the house, you can also use that. For tomatoes, I really don't have a preference which ones I use. I really just use whatever I have around the house usually, but I do like them to be a little bit more ripe because it does taste a little better. Now I'm very particular about the brand of bread I use. I got this bread at Costco, and as you can see here, it is white bread, and it has a little bit of a crusty edge on the outside. Now because the salmon is really soft, I don't like to use other breads, but when you toast this bread, it becomes very crunchy, and it's a perfect texture to go along with the soft salmon. So the first thing I'm going to do is toast my bread. So I'm going to throw that into the toaster oven, and while I'm waiting for that to toast up, I'm going to slice some tomatoes. And a quick tip, if you have a dull knife, what you want to do first is puncture the tomato and then slice. So I'm going to puncture with the tip of my knife and then slice a tomato. Puncture and then slice. So the next thing I'm going to do is wash my lettuce. You want to make sure you wash your lettuce. But before I do that, I like to break off the stems so that I have this leafy greeny part right here. Do the same thing to this one. And you can also cut these out if you want, but I like a little bit of texture. After I rinse my lettuce, I like to take a paper towel and just blot the water out of the lettuce like this. That way it doesn't make my mayo spread slimy or watery. And there you have it, and just rest your lettuce until you are ready to plate it. Alright, so now that my bread has been toasted, as you can see here, it's got a little bit of this crunch to it. So I'm going to start plating the ingredients, or basically making a sandwich. So what I'm going to do first is probably cut this in half so that it's a little bit easier to eat. I'm going to take my bread and get my mayo out. Just going to get just a thin coating of this. You can use as much as you want, really. Okay. And then I'm going to put my lettuce on top. And after that, I'm going to get my salmon. So I'm going to get it out. And it comes in really thin pieces. So I'm going to lay that on top. I think I'll take another slice. And just kind of move it around so that the whole sandwich is covered. And now I can just add my tomatoes. I'm going to use that many pieces. And that's it. There's your sandwich. Now you can add a little bit of salt and pepper if you want, but I like it just like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you've tried this sandwich before or if you have a little spin on it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later.